meditation demands attention, right? To attain, which is to give your whole capacity, energy, in observation. Attention is different from concentration. I hope you are following all this. Are we together in this? Concentration is an effort made by thought to focus its capacity as energy on a particular point, right? Right? That's concentration. When you are in a school, the teacher says, concentrate on your book. Don't look out of the window, look at your beastly book. And concentrate, you are trained to concentrate. That is to bring all your energy to a particular point. Which means in that concentration, you are not allowing any kind of other thoughts to interfere, right? That is to control. Concentration implies controlling thought, not to wander away, right? I hope you're following. But to focus your thought on a particular subject, on a particular page, on a particular picture, which is thought says that it's important to focus my attention, focus my energy on that, right? It is the operation of thought. I wonder if you're right. Are we me? It's the operation of thought in which there is compulsion, control, which says, look. So in concentration, please understand this carefully if you don't mind. In concentration, there is the controller and the controlled. Right? My thought is wandering off. I say it should not wander off. I bring it back, the controller, who says I must concentrate on this. So there is a controller and the controlled. Right? Who is the controller? The controller is part of thought. The controller is the past. Right? The controller who says, I have learned a great deal, and it's important for me, the controller, to control thought. That is, thought has divided itself as the controller and the controlled. So that it's a trick that thought is playing upon itself. I wonder if you see all this, right? Please, we must understand this very carefully, because in attention there is no controller, nor the controlled. There is only attention. So it requires a careful examination into the nature of concentration with its controller and the control. Right? All our life, there is this controller. I must do this, I must not do that. I must control my desires, control my anger, control my impetus, control, control, control. Therefore, I gradually learn to inhibit myself. And there are those people who say, don't inhibit, do whatever you like. Right? That's the game also being played by the gurus. So, one must be very clear in understanding what is concentration and what is attention. As we are pointing out, in attention, that is to attend, there is no control. Please understand this, because as we're going to find out presently, is there a way of living our daily life in which there is no control? Right? As part of meditation. I wonder if you is a question one must ask oneself. Is there in daily existence a way of living in which every form of control doesn't exist at all? Because control means effort. Control means division between the controller and the controlled. I'm angry, I must control my anger. I smoke, I must not smoke, and I must resist smoking. Right? And so on, so on, so on. What we are saying is something totally different, and therefore it may be misunderstood and may be rejected altogether, which is very common. Because we say, well, all life is control. If you don't control, you will become permissive, nonsensical, it has no meaning. Therefore, you must control. Right? Religions, philosophy, your teachers, your family, mother, control. But we have never inquired into who is the controller. The controller is put together in the past. The past is the knowledge, which is thought. Thought has separated itself as the controller and the controlled. And concentration is all that.